Hey guys, it's me, the Twilight Shimmer, and today I'll be recapping the 19th episode of Friendship is Magic called A Dog and Pony Show. And this episode originally aired on the 11th of March. I'm sorry, the 11th of March 2011. And this episode is basically a spike in rarity episode, I guess. So yeah, guys, let's get right into this recap, I guess. Okay, uh, okay, so before I start, I just want to make sure I got this name right. Sapphire Shores. Okay, okay. So at the start of this episode, Rarity's basically putting the last of her gems on this beautiful dress in her workshop slash home, I guess. And then a famous fashion pony called Sapphire Shores walks in and sees this dress. Well, not sees, but she kind of asks Rarity to see it, which she does, and then she tells Rarity that she wants more of this dress. But the only problem is she needs to collect more gemstones for it, for them, I guess. So what happens is she gets Spike's help to go to this, like, I don't know, like, what's the word, field in Equestria. Well, I don't think it's in Equestria. Yes. Oh yeah, sorry. I was just thinking. Okay, so the field is in Equestria technically, but it's just not in Ponyville. But anyways, what happens is, like, they managed to find a fair amount of gemstones. Sorry, and uh, and Spike keeps trying to eat them because he's a dragon, and dragons eat gemstones, I guess. But he manages to hold his hunger, I guess, long enough. Um, So at one point, Rarity gives him a gemstone for being so patient with her, I guess. Or something that I don't remember what. I don't remember what she said, but she basically gave him a gemstone for being so patient. And and after that happens, a bunch of three new creatures show up and attack them, and they're called diamond dogs. So they're basically dogs that can just walk on two legs, and they also talk, I guess. And they basically like, kidnap Rarity because of her, ability to track, like, find gemstones. And so Spike, um, and so Spike basically goes to get the other main five, sorry, to help him out. And they make their way back to the, like, grounds, I guess. What happens is the Diamond Dogs have 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 what's the word, altered it to their advantage. And so now they basically pop up from holes and whatnot, and uh, and attack the other main five. Meanwhile, Rarity, like, deep below in their lair or cave, I guess, is being held captive by them, and then she goes like, "Oh, I can't," and I can't do the voice probably because, like, "Whatever do you want from me?" And then they go, "Gems," and before that monologue, like, she was like, I actually know, sorry, man. Actually, sorry, my bad, that was from earlier. But she basically asks them, like, "Who are you guys?" And they go, Diamond Dogs." But anyways, like that. I'm sorry, that's from earlier. But anyways, right now in the cave, that they're like, "Hey," "You will help us find gems by, using your abilities or something." I don't know. So And so she does that for them, but the only problem is she can't dig because she doesn't have hands. So they're basically like, "Okay, fine. Okay, fine. How about instead of digging, like, you just tell us where to find gemstones, and we'll get guards to, like, dig up for you." And they're like, and then they're like, and then they're like, "Okay." Meanwhile, the other five and Spike managed to use a fishing pole to like make their way down into the caves. And and while that happens, Spike is dreaming, like daydreaming about saving Rarity as a prince, and Rarity is the princess for Spike. And at one point, right, Rarity in his fantasy goes, "Oh, Spike, you are my hero," and then they're about to kiss, but then um, but then when he comes back into reality and whatnot, he basically starts waking up. He's about to kiss Applejack, and then Applejack goes like, "Whoa, whoa there, lover boy," and then that's when the fishing pole starts acting up, and then they manage to make their way down into the caves and whatnot. So after that happens, like they start, fighting dogs, I guess. But in the meantime, Rarity still put to work finding Gemstone, but she manages to use her nagging and complaining to basically get the Diamond Dogs to do whatever she wants. But then at one point, they manage to strap a big thing on her with a cart to carry it around or some of that. So yeah, it's hard to explain, but but they basically, they basically put like a chain on her to carry like a big cart or whatnot, and and then one of the smack, and then one of and then which one was it? Oh, yeah, sorry. This Diamond Dog here smacks her butt and calls her like a mule. And this causes Rare to get upset. She's like, "You called me a mule," or something like that. And he's like, and then he has that look on his face where he realizes that he fucked up basically, and tries to apologize for his actions, but it doesn't work. And so she starts crying and whatnot. And so Diamond Dog's just giving to her, crying, and decide to let her do whatever she wants there. And so meanwhile, the others are still fighting Diamond Dogs, I guess. About five of them get, trapped by Diamond Dogs who manage to like sit on them and put like ropes around their mouths. But then Applejack's like let's see if you can tame this. I don't know. I don't know what you said, but they basically did that thing like when I don't know what countries, I think it's Texas and whatnot, where they have this like thing like a machine thing like where you sit on it and you have to see how long you have to see how long you could sit on it before you get thrown off it. I don't know what you call it, but yeah, it's something like that. And so they basically throw off Diamond Dogs from their backs like that, like a rodeo type thing. I don't know if it's a rodeo, but but you get what I mean. But then Spike, goes on Twilight's back and grabs and grabs a sharp piece of rock as a sword, and then he says, "Heidi ho, Twilight," and then Twilight, looks back and goes like, and says to him like, "And what do you think you're doing?" And then Twilight goes, "Twilight, please, just give me this." And then she goes, okay." So she basically lets Spike ride him like a horse, like how a prince does it in Disney movies, I guess. So they go into this room where the Diamond Dogs and Rarity are, and instead of Rarity crying, begging, the Diamond Dogs like, "Please, please, just take her back. We don't want her anymore. Like her whining and complaining are too much for us." And then Rarity just walks out, with a bunch of gemstones in carts, and so that the other five can take them back with her to Ponyville. And then and at the end, uh, Spike learns that just because you're a female, a female pony who's defenseless doesn't mean you can, like you can't handle yourself in situations like this. Which I actually agree with because sorry, a lot of guys think that girls can't handle themselves in situations like this. And I don't really disagree, and I don't agree with that because I think that's just sexist in my opinion. And I think girls can handle themselves in any situations. But yeah, guys, that was my recap of episode 19, A Dog and Pony Show. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.